Even recording, boom, boom. Yo, what up, y'all? This is the AGN podcast, and today we are going to be chatting, just hanging out. No gameplay right now, maybe a little bit later on time, but right now we're going to be talking about some Madden wish list. I am here with Jelani, and I'm here with James, aka A+. Team AGN. Y'all see it, Jelani? Team GNA, what is it?
NGA.
NGA. He want to be the opposite of what
Negro
we are.
Gamer Association.
The Negro Gamer Association. I like that one, man.
Right over that, bro. I love that shit. I love it.
So we gonna
Your t-shirts made. Like this would come out the corner.
Hey, look.
Yo, that'd be lit though. That would really be lit. I would really get a shirt that said NGA on it.
I would too.
Hey man, we can start poaching players.
Black and the red flags on it.
So we're gonna be kicking today about Madden, the wish list, some of the changes we want in the game, some things we've seen over the years that we like and we don't like. And then we also gonna be talking Microsoft. Obviously, they made a big move in the last couple of days, and there's been a mixed reaction about, you know what I'm saying, like how people feel about it. And some people like, oh, this is great. And some people's like, man, do you understand what about to happen for gaming besides the Game Pass?
Look, the Call of Duty boys going crazy. That's
Listen,
we gonna talk about it. Though.
So what y'all want to kick about first, Madden or Microsoft?
Man, we can talk about Microsoft, man. Get that out there.
Because I'm gonna say, I'm like, I don't know why people really think they're gonna do exclusives. Like they're not gonna do that. That's a loss of money right there. That's a loss of money.
So
it's bad for business.
The whole point of exclusives, as far as I've known, is like because they want you to buy their console specifically.
Yeah,
I want you to buy my console and subsequently all the accessories that go on my console, the controllers, the backs, the special buttons, the headsets, all that type of shit.
The cameras,
right.
VR headsets.
So if I'm not giving you a reason to buy my console, you're probably just going to go with the most popular one. And I don't know if y'all remember this, but I remember Xbox One, their big thing was like, we want to be the system, all, streaming, gaming, watching TV, right? You know what I'm saying? They wanted to be
that
everything.
Was the selling point.
And even though it was, I think the concept was dope, the execution of it was rough because I remember you couldn't even start the console without internet. You needed internet just to get to the.
That was the main killer for it.
And I remember
because everybody was starting to go with the PlayStation.
Right, because as soon as that word got out, people was like, "What the fuck?
Online only?
I have to be online to start my system, like because." Okay, online services, that's different. But I can't even play a game. Yeah. At home, single player, by myself game without internet to start the system. That shit is wild.
I'm poor.
Right.
I ain't got that. That's Wi-Fi wasn't really that.
And this was back in 2014. Wi-Fi obviously is way more widespread now, but it was still. Yeah. It wasn't as widespread as it is.
Yeah, people were paying $100 for 7 megabits.
You know what I'm saying? Listen,
lag. Like, bro, this $100 for the lag. Like,
listen, I had Frontier when my first store. That shit was garbage. When I tell you it was garbage,
I had
bro.
Frontier at one point.
Oh my God!
I recommend.
Yeah.
Nobody recommends. That's why they in the situation they in right now.
That's why Green Light is the only place I recommend right now.
Bro,
I heard.
I'm trying to get Green Light. I'm waiting for them to come to my neighborhood.
Bro,
that's the only thing. You gotta wait.
You gotta
Green
wait.
Light, if y'all see this, get on it, man.
Get on it.
Get on it, dog.
Spread out.
Shout out to
Spread out.
But yeah, get on it, man.
So the thing with Xbox was they was like, all right, we want to be the all-inclusive console, right? Yep. And so, I understand what I went by, and they've been moving towards that ever since. The problem was PlayStation was like, video games. And people was like, video games. And they're like,
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So not only was it good exclusive, but it's like we focusing on game. We're a gaming console that's gonna focus on games, and that teetered a lot of people towards PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Aside from the fanboys and the fan base and stuff like that, a lot of people was like, damn, Xbox, PlayStation. Like even with 360, I had a 360, but only because all my friends had one. You know what I'm saying?
See, I had an Xbox first, and my brother had the PlayStation 2.
Oh, word?
Yeah. And then when PlayStation 3 came out, I was like, yo, I like PlayStation better. Yeah. So I went PlayStation. They went Xbox because everybody went Xbox.
Oh,
and I was like, and I stayed with PlayStation.
So my story, I had bought an Xbox, right?
Right.
I had bought the original Xbox 360, like the first model that came out.
Right.
Only bought it because that was out first before the PlayStation was.
Okay.
Ended up getting that. Come to find out, I needed to buy a hard drive with it.
Oh,
because the little memory unit only had 2 gigabytes.
I forgot about those.
Oh, you got the
So I had a little memory unit. All right,
I forgot about the hard
filled
drive.
that up. First day I had it.
Yeah, I think the smallest one had like 4 gigs.
Bro, like one of the first games I had was Ghost Recon Advanced Warfare.
Oh boy,
That's one of the best shooting games ever to me.
And that shit ate a lot of your.
That ate up tons of space.
All shooter games,
bro. The little hard drive, big as hell, like this.
Yeah.
Loaded in like a P90 magazine.
No real shit.
Bro, I went to go play my Xbox. Right, I've been playing it for a couple weeks or so, maybe a month. My mom could tell you about this too. Red Rings of Death.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was a major thing too.
I was like,
I heard Microsoft.
I'm like, why do I have the Red Rings of Death?
Yeah. And it was like, no, there was nothing that triggered it. It's just like automatic.
No. I found out it was my hard drive that triggered it.
What?
Really?
So imagine.
Buying this
I got this Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Buying a hard drive.
I had to buy the hard drive. Had to buy whatever else. I already bought a memory unit.
Damn.
You know what I mean? I maxed out the hard drive in like a week.
Yeah.
Bro.
It didn't come to find out my hard drive was making my Xbox.
That's crazy.
I'd have been sick. I ain't gonna fuck.
That's crazy.
I was so hurt. I couldn't play my
forever.
Xbox for 2 weeks. Or no, I could play it, but like I didn't have anything on it. Like
Damn.
But that was my horror story with Xbox. And I'm surprised they even got Xbox Series S now, but that's only because I gotta find a PlayStation.
Yeah. That shit is like they treat PlayStation like it's.
But I am very satisfied with my Xbox though. Like I'm extremely satisfied with it, so I'm not even mad.
So do you think the move that Microsoft made was necessary?
If I'm looking at it from a zeitgeist standpoint, it is a highly intelligent move for Xbox.
Okay.
Like that's just how I feel about it. Looking at like if I'm in Xbox offices, I'm looking like, all right, we got the Game Pass. We already got EA Play included with it.
Right.
Next thing else, let's monopolize this bit.
I was saying, I was gonna say it's just like Monopoly.
Like I said, zeitgeist. You know, you want to buy up all the resources and then try to create a monopoly, and then you try to. The only scary thing about it is if they do create a monopoly, this could create a bottleneck or like they could stronghold the game.
I am highly against all that shit. I like good business moves. I don't like when everything gets monopolized because like we get Madden.
Exactly.
When things get monopolized, we get Madden.
That's what I was about to say. Now, if I'm looking at it from my standpoint,
right.
I don't really like because it's weird seeing Spyro and Crash as Xbox mascots now. Like it's weird.
That's disgusting.
Like I'm scrolling through Twitter.
That's disgusting.
I look Xbox Game Pass.
It's a different look.
No,
it's a different look.
I hate Xbox Game Pass trending. I wish I'd have took a screenshot of it because, bro, all the games that they just acquired, all the franchises just acquired, they put them all up on an ad. It was an Xbox Game Pass. But I was like, bruh.
Yeah, that is weird.
They had the Call of Duty on. They had Spyro, Crash, like all the Activision stuff they just bought.
Younger me is rolling over in his grave.
Like younger me is like, yo, if you'd have went back, if I went back in time, told the younger me,
I said, yo, whatever you do, stop them from buying it. Save Crash, save Spyro. Do it for your future.
Okay, so it bothers you now. You think it'll be a big deal, you know, a month from now, 2 months from now?
It might. I think it depends on the future. It depends on what they do with it.
Once this becomes a trend, it'll be a problem. This could be the start of a trend.
Yeah.
So let's get that out because let's be honest. Ubisoft is still up for grabs. You know what I mean? All they missing is proper management. Honestly, if they get the right proper management in there.
Imagine if
Ubisoft could
take off, buy it. Like, yo, they buying that, we buying Ubisoft. Like then Then what? Assassin's Creed.
But you also got to think about it. To even match up to the cash cow that Activision is, you're gonna have to acquire about 2 or 3 studios. So I mean, EA and Ubisoft could get it done. Like they could at least put you on par with Activision cash cows. But as far as like trying to compete in the market, like say Sony just trying to compete with Konami. That's cool and all, but if y'all not working on no Metal Gear games, what are y'all doing? Yeah. Y'all ain't coming out with Silent Hill yet. Y'all canceled PT.
Oh boy, I was sad about that. I ain't gonna front. PT looked like it was about to be dope as fuck too.
PT was gonna be crazy, and it was gonna have old boy that played in Walking Dead. As a protagonist.
I played PT, man. That shit was scary.
I think Negan. Not
Negan. Guys,
what's to do with the hair?
If I show you, you know what I'm talking about.
Rick?
He was on.
No, not Rick.
No.
He had the arrow. He used to have
Daryl. I forgot his real name.
That's his name. I'm sorry, I don't watch Walking Dead, y'all.
I used to.
I don't know. I haven't either, but I read the comic books enough to know that Daryl was the one.
I watched like 8 seasons of it. I ain't gonna front. I watched a lot of Walking Dead.
I watched up to the prison.
At one point in time, I didn't want to get into it. I might still.
Somebody told me the way the comic books end, like just a little soundtrack, like the aliens. I'm like, aliens
shit, really?
created zombies? Like.
That sounds about right.
How did we get here?
No. But that's what the new Resident Evil.
They got crazy.
That's what the new Rainbow Six is going to be. It's going to be about aliens.
Really?
I actually would not mind
Rainbow
that.
Six is
I'm not going to hold you. I like Rainbow Six.
I think people going to get mad, though. Like, aliens, bro?
No.
Nah, but it's
never.
You can make it serious and like how Rainbow Six style and have it be futuristic. Mm-hmm. That would be nuts. I will play Rainbow Six.
Because I mean, if Call of Duty Ghost can do aliens, I'm pretty sure Rainbow Six.
But remember, Ghost was like people hated that one. Well, I should say this. Competitively, they didn't like Ghost.
See, but I think
I can see.
I don't know why casually they didn't like it.
I don't understand why they got so much hate on Ghost, but I can see why people didn't like it.
They just didn't like the gameplay of it. I think,
but if you keep the style of Rainbow Six and just make it like futuristic weapons, but not overly dumb.
Right.
Like if you can make that balance, it'll be a crazy concept with a crazy game. Like that's why I will look forward to that. I'm about to buy the $100, $200 edition.
I think it might be free for the Game Pass players, so I think it might just.
I gotta get Xbox anyway.
Or actually, I think it might. No, I think it'll cost because I think they just had it up for pre-order. But either way, I might end up playing it though.
No, yeah, I like because Rainbow Six is one of those games I always loved because of the realism in it.
Yeah,
like that's why I fell off.
Like this is another one of my favorite genres, tactical shooters.
That's why I fell off with Call of Duty. It went to Battlefield where it was around 2 and 3 were like phenomenal. When you were able to break walls and bust, I was like, yo, and like seeing that like online and that building fall and collapse.
The last
nuts.
Like the last Ghost Recon game I was really into was Future Soldier. Like I've loved the shit out of that game.
I haven't played Ghost Recon since like P2, bro. I ain't gonna front.
I'm telling you,
P2 was a lot of fun.
Wildlands, but Breakpoint, you ain't missing nothing.
I heard Wildlands was pretty good.
Wildlands was struggling at first, but they of course Ubisoft they'll release the game half baked and then patch it, and then like that's just their formula. Like that's how they like.
That's gaming formula.
Both Division games. They dropped both Division games. It was terrible when it came out. Then they patched it up and dropped a whole bunch.
Division
of stuff
was like,
and it became better. But now they ain't nobody really playing the Division like that.
I would say Division was like what's the space one? Destiny. That's what it was like to me. It seemed like that.
It's a looter. It's like a looter shooter. Yeah, RPG style.
Except for like Destiny would be more fun because again you're in space and you're doing this other stuff. You're on. You're just humans here.
Humans here.
Humans play like it take you so many. It makes sense. Destiny. You got armor. It take a lot of bullets to kill you. You're human. Why did it take me 17 clips?
Like, I'm not gonna lie. At first, it was very weird to me.
Space armor, baby.
Oh, I had it too.
I never played against enemies that could be bullet sponges. Like I never, because I'm not too big on RPGs. So I was like, third person shooter RPG. Like I've never seen these two things combined. Yeah. Like this could be dope.
I had it for. I played
with the Division, and I was like, bro, what the hell am I doing? Like I'm showing like this a headshot. I've hit him like 20 times. Why you doing?
I ain't going down.
I'm a beast in the Division, but like back then it was rough.
I had it for like about a week.
I almost stopped playing it completely.
I played it with friends and was like, yeah, I'm taking this back. I can't do this. I can't do this to myself.
I haven't gotten into a lot of shooters lately, man. I was happy in Rainbow Six Vegas because all my boys was on it with 360. Mm-hmm. I dropped in Call of Duty a little bit, but I'll be honest with you, the most I've played shooters right now is probably Fortnite because my son plays it. Yeah. And even then, we kind of like, we did duos a lot, and it kind of, I'm gonna say it got boring, but it's like, I don't really like shooters that much. Bro. And I'm ass at building, and you gotta be able to build in that game, bro. Like,
that was my problem for Fortnite. I could not build and then shoot. Yeah. That was not happening. I was either gonna build or I was gonna shoot.
You shoot somebody.
There was no doing both.
You shoot somebody, do 8 damage, and then they got a house around them in like 4 seconds. I'm like,
watching people play it like these dudes like like, I'm like, how do you do that?
One of my favorite players to watch was Symphony because. Symphony, his edits, like at the time when I was watching him, he was playing Fortnite a lot. His edits were the fastest of all the Fortnite pros. Like he had the fastest edits. So, like him and players like Mitro and Benji Fish, like them dudes were like edit building gurus, gods. Like it was running around playing solo squads. Like just to warm up for arenas. Like, I'm like, y'all are different, bro. Like, y'all solo squads.
Hey, Rambo.
Run around. Everybody else got teams of 4.
Yeah, one person.
And y'all be winning. I was like, yo.
Rambo. That's an inhuman person right there.
That's wild. That's what Walking Dead turned into.
Like I can't. Like I tried playing. Like my nephew taught me how to play Fortnite. My nephew Jay, he Q Prodigal rapper.
Okay.
He was teaching me how to play Fortnite one time, and I was like, oh, okay, this look pretty fun. This look dope. I was like, all right, so how you build, how you edit? No, like he's teaching me. I'm like, oh, there's a lot of controls. It's like 3 different mechanics. Like there's 3 different control types in this game. Like it's not just shooting. It's like shooting, building, editing on top of
it's like
playing and loot and. You know, so it was a lot. And like,
like
I think it's dope. It's dope. It's really dope. I'm not complaining, but like,
it's like playing Sims and a shooter at the same time. Like,
yeah,
I'm trying to build this house, but I'm
trying to build, and then I go to build with my gun, and then I go to switch my gun to my pickaxe, and then I'm trying to build, but I'm putting walls when I mean to put the stairs, and then like.
I tried it.
It's a struggle.
Now we're on the topic of Fortnite. My nephew, right? He swears by Fortnite, and like he had his argument. He's like, he's Uncle Che. What's the best video game in the world? I was like, what's your favorite video game? I was like, I don't really know, bro. I like a bunch of video games. I like Def Jam. He's like, it's not better than Fortnite. I almost slapped shit out of him.
You said Def Jam not better than Fortnite?
I said that. I was like,
that's his life though. That's how he
feel. You in my presence, you would not say that.
I'd have told him. I was like, man, what you know about this? I'd have put this up.
Yo, we went down the list.
No odd job.
I was going down the list of games that I know he does not play or does not know. And he was like, not better than Fortnite. I went to GoldenEye because even because his dad came in.
But that's because he played.
He was just antagonizing.
Yeah, I know he was.
He wasn't there,
but even he swears by Fortnite. I went to Kirk games and he swears by Fortnite. But I'm just like, yo,
listen,
these new
can I keep
Fortnite have created little monsters.
Can I keep it a buck? Well, a lot of games create like we was little monsters. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh man,
I mean, but we respected a lot of games. We respected a lot of games.
Yeah, Mario Party, Mario Kart.
But the fact that these little kids are all saying Fortnite, but we respected a lot of games. We respected like, oh, that game's tough too. Like, no, those Fortnite kids is like, nah. Only Fortnite
and everything else.
What game you play?
No, so that's another reason why I was worried about it. Not worried, but like I wasn't crazy about the Microsoft move because I'm like, while I do respect exclusive and I do think that you need exclusives, to I guess make garner more reasons for people to buy that console because I'm my thing has always been like this. That's why when Ouya came out like years ago, I pushed it so hard because I was like, yo, fuck it. I said, yo, I don't want it ever to be a monopoly. Whenever things get monopolized, like you get so much less value for the thing, and people charge you so much more for less. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I didn't want it to come to a thing like it's only 1 or 2 consoles. Right. and if you don't have an alternative, then you just get shitted on. I don't believe that as a consumer, we should just get shitted on and we don't have no options for anything else. Yeah. So when I saw the move, I was like, I don't want to be too high or too low because I don't know what it means yet. But I'm definitely going to be keeping a watchful eye because like crossplay has been really big for a lot of games. Part of the reason why Fortnite is big as it is, part of the reason why Fortnite is so big is because I can play Fortnite literally in my house. My son was on the Switch, I was on the PS4, my 2 daughters were on the 2 of my daughters were on the Xbox, and one of my daughters before they had locked it off on the iPad in the Apple Store. Yeah, she was on iPad playing. So we all jumping in and trading in and out of the squads and playing together. And then we so there's 4 different platforms we on, but we all playing the same game, having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, that kind of stuff needs to be even we talk Madden. Obviously we're gonna get to Madden with the wish list later, but that's the thing. I'm like, there's no fucking reason for any of these major games, these AAA titles that have a lot of players that play a game on one platform or the other, that it doesn't matter. Like Madden is not going to be a selling point why I buy Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Right. We know that. So it's not exclusive. So it wouldn't hurt your Xbox to make it cross-plat. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to see a lot more of that, and I want to make sure that games are because you end up with a lot of that's one of the reasons why MK still has so much life online. Yeah. Because it's PC and it's
one example I was about to bring up too.
Right.
And from what I heard was I heard that Xbox is way more lenient when it comes to the cross-play features and stuff like that.
Sony been the one
Sony's more like, I don't know if we want our players playing with those Xbox and Nintendo guys. Yeah. You know,
because they know how toxic those Xbox players are. We know your secret.
I would not disagree with you, bro.
We know how
we were just talking about that. That's a good point, man.
We're not trying to expose our Sony children to these Xbox.
I just got to bring this up real quick.
These Xbox savages.
Listen, savages. Y'all Xbox cats, Please stop messaging me after Madden games. Okay? Please stop messaging me after Madden games. Please stop.
They call you
bro? Bro, it don't matter if I win or lose.
They calling you something.
Chances are I'm gonna get a message.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And
I got messages
I ain't gonna front.
And fighting games?
Bro.
You know how my team is. You know how my team name is Black Lives Matter, right?
Yeah.
And I got.
I
My team name is BLM.
Yeah.
can only imagine.
Yeah.
I can only imagine the hate, the N words you're getting, everything, bro. I can only imagine.
They be like, no, for you, I already know.
Man.
When I watch your stream, and I say, is that BLM? I say, yeah, I know this motherfucker get
Bro,
hella
I
hate
be
after the
getting
match.
hate.
Can
I be
you
getting hate.
can you filter out where you can't get incoming messages?
Oh yeah, I can definitely filter out.
From-
No, I
from
laugh.
only
I
from-
laugh at them though.
okay.
I laugh at them, but like a lot of them be weird though. Like, cause like even when you win, I'm just like, how are you a toxic? How are you a sore winner? Like you won the game. You got like,
Listen.
If you playing seasons, I know you got like 7 other games to play. Go play those,
Bro.
Why are you sending my inbox?
Bro, I was playing MK, and I ain't gonna lie, like I went back and forth with a dude, and we went sets, like, and he beat me like 4-3. You know what I'm saying? And after the words, like, we was close sets. I put some of them on Twitter when Sony was allowing me to upload them to Twitter. And we went back and forth, and he beat me 4-3. And afterwards, he gonna message me like, you ass, bro. I'm like, you beat me, bitch. Like, what?
Yeah, like,
You know what I'm saying? Like, this fucking spam. He's like, he said something about spamming moves. I'm like, you wasn't blocking it. I'm not gonna change the move if you're not blocking
your
it.
opponent
But
is
you beat
spamming-
me. What you
if
mad
your
about?
opponent is spamming the moves because you're spamming a mistake.
We
Because
already
you're
said that.
spamming a mistake.
Listen, if you don't like the way I do it, then stop playing me.
And I never complain about people's play styles of Madden or whatever.
It is what it is.
Get it how you get it how you live.
I get frustrated, but it's
in
like I
the
said, it's
league
on
that
What's on you, though?
It's
Right.
on me.
If I don't like it,
It's
stop
In
it.
the league we running right now, everybody has their own play style, and I love it.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own play style. Can I curse on you?
yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, I love that shit because like everybody has their own play style, and like you got your players that will run deep bombs, you got your players that run U2 plays,
Yup.
you got your players that play methodical. Like me, I run the ball and I throw short passes and then kill you over the top. Like that's how I do it. And then I find gaps and shit. Like you got players that that just play certain ways.
Yeah.
And everybody play different. Some people put more effort towards defense than offense. Me, I try to balance it.
Right.
So
It's some lockdown. Like I've
I'm
seen
so
it.
far out of the map.
Like, KBJ is like
the last time I
ridiculous on
KBJ
defense.
is stupid.
The
No,
last time
what?
I heavily played Madden was probably like 18, 17.
You ain't
So
missing
that's
nothing.
that's like
Madden 18?
that's like when I
You
played
ain't
you at
missing nothing,
the
I promise you.
when I played you at the one of the tournaments. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, this shit is foreign now. Like it is not. It is
It
definitely
is,
not
bro.
the
It's
same.
way
It's a
different.
curve. It's a learning curve for that.
I guess since we talking Madden, like I with Madden, it was weird because like I remember when they made the deal, right? NFL 2K5 came out. First of all, I love 2K5.
I love
Everybody
it was
did.
dope.
Bro,
ESPN
Everybody
too.
loved
I take every opportunity, even Kyle be getting salty with me sometimes. So I said every opportunity, like, yo, I was ranked number 50 online in 2K5. Number 50.
I reached over, yeah.
I was whooping ass, bro. My record was 64-2. I was beating everybody. Motherfuckers would not play me no more, son. Like I challenged the number 2 dude, number 18 dude, because I liked the game. I was like, and I remember the only reason I gave it a shot because that shit was $19. I ain't gonna front. It was $19. It was 2K5. I'm like $19. Shit, Madden 50. Let me get this shit a shot.
Right.
And then when I bought it, I was like, this is football. Like this is what it's supposed to be.
Bro.
The halftime show, the pregame show, the postgame
Man.
show, the season,
They had to get Skinny
Oh my
McKinney
God.
before Madden even had it.
bro. Right.
They had this shit where you running the ball and you trying to get through the gap. Your player will turn
Yeah,
sideways and shuffle through it
People
and run
forget
through
that.
there.
People forget that. It was in the
Bro, that
game.
was a feature in 2K before Madden ever had it.
You know what? I had to go. Like I had a friend. We played it online, and he was like, at my church, and he hated 2K because it didn't have his stick. I'm like, that's it. He's like, man, his stick is what. I'm like, but what about everything else? And I had a cousin. He was like all about gameplay. Like as soon as we got the game, don't change no settings, don't change no nothing. We just play 5 minutes, quarters. That's it. And when I showed him how dope 2K5 was, and like the halftime show, like, and this is years he was like this, like just play, right? I showed him like, yo, peep this real quick. Cuz, relax, peep this real quick. And he saw it. We ended up simming the whole season. We didn't even play. We simmed the whole season just so we could watch the pregame, postgame, and halftime and all that shit, and then watch all of it. So we simmed from the regular season to the Super Bowl because how dope that shit was. I'm like, damn, if Madden ever get on this, you know what I'm saying? And then what happened the next year? Madden buys the rights out to and now they can monopolize the EA, and it's been like that ever since. And even now, I think, what was it, a couple years back, they had a chance to I think 2K had a chance to like kind of
come back
compete
in.
for the
Right,
license.
and it was like, nah.
Provided competing offers.
It was like, nah.
But then again, like if you making so much money on 2K, I can understand because
I wanted both.
You know,
I wanted both.
I want
both.
yeah.
I wanted both.
yeah.
And only because it makes Madden step their game up.
Exactly. Competition breeds excellence.
And it doesn't, because like Madden know they can rest on their laurels, and they can like, well, what else you gonna do? Play Doug Footy football, bitch?
Right.
You're not gonna play. What else you got? Ain't no college football.
What's the other? They are actually coming out. I think they're working on a college football game. But what's that?
They are.
Not for another year though.
It's like next year.
Yeah.
Year after next, something like that.
Because
And even who's doing that though?
The person.
It's NCAA.
It's the same people.
Yeah, the same people.
And
But
granted,
it's
now,
better.
But like,
NCAA
NCAA football has always gotten more love than Madden.
It was way better than Madden because the whole pitching mechanic,
Oh, you're right.
The college, playing as a player, you literally had to go to class. You had that was
you
fire.
had a My Career.
You had to do it.
Remember when goddamn Madden had Superstar mode?
Yeah, man.
Like they had a My Career.
You had to take tests. Like
you know what's crazy? Like I saw how 2K did my career, because remember they dropped it in it used to be My Player before it was My Career. It was My Player. It was the first one was Kobe, the one 2K10. That's when they brought it out, and I'm like, yo, this shit is fire. Like it was literally playing like My Career. There were certain ways to glitch and all that, but like it was a really dope mode. And then 11 kept building on it, 12, 13, all that.
And then they added the stories to it.
Yo, and that's what I'm saying. Like I think
that's what got me. That's like the Spike Lee one.
Yeah.
Well, with the dude died, right? The dude had the friend of
Vic.
Vic.
Oh
that was fire, bro.
I was ready to cry. I was like, I'm really into this story,
You felt it. You're like, damn.
Like I'm like, nah, but I'm putting up 30 this game for my
Right.
boy.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
I'm putting up 40 this game for my boy.
Who would have thought that 2K making you feel these emotions, like you said, like you watching a legit movie.
Or like how they be having Jay-Z executive producing soundtracks for 2K. Like
and you could just tell it's different.
2K soundtracks always been crazy.
Right, you could tell. And 2K always had a lot of good underground music too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember that from 5, 6, 7, 8. Like I was like, damn, these tracks is fire. They should be on the mainstream, but they wasn't.
I forgot what they called, but like, there's a group. I started listening to this music. It was like, this is like dang near 9 years ago because of the 2K.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Man, that's how I first heard of Joel Ortiz. Was that Live or 2K? Joel Ortiz, no, my bad. Scratch that. I stand corrected. Joel Ortiz song was on Live.
What Live?
It was on Live.
But Live had a lot of tracks too. Live had a good
Live
soundtrack.
had some fire tracks.
Yeah.
Live 04
I remember
soundtrack
live tracks before 2K.
Live 04 soundtrack was insane.
I think what 2K did, it was like, okay, what's everything that football and basketball is doing wrong? Let's do that shit right.
Yeah.
And I think the only unfortunate thing about Madden getting the rights is like they don't have to change anything that they don't want to change. We're gonna buy the game. We want to compete. It's esport on that shit now, so they know we don't have a alternative for that. So they basically superstar mode, take that. Mutt, bitch, enjoy that. You know what I'm saying?
This all y'all get.
That's the thing I don't like about it.
Man,
I'm not a fan of that particular
but
thing.
I don't.
Madden
we want to
Ultimate
talk
Team.
about Mutt.
Madden Ultimate Team. So look, because you know what? I never got.
I knew from the beginning it was a character. The fact they had Mutt in UFC, I'm just like, this is what happened. You let EA get shit. I was like, because when they basically had Mutt for UFC, I'm like, I'm done. I made no sense.
Fighter,
like you get fighters, you get to like buy cards that give you move. I'm like, this is dumb. This is why you don't let EA get.
When I saw that,
you had to get
I did not play
moves?
UFC anymore after that.
They had a Mutt version of it.
You can buy like little badges and shit that'll give you
like
say if you want your boxer to do a roundhouse kick.
Yeah,
like you had to buy a badge for that.
And you get it's so.
He wouldn't do a roundhouse without the badge.
Because if your stats over reach a certain threshold,
I was gonna say you basically start with a basic character, and then you have to buy the cards to get those moves, like you said.
I tried it one time. I don't really remember the whole thing.
I got the free one. I got the deluxe, so whatever they gave me, that's what I got.
Like I never played it. I tried it once and never played it.
I was like, this is trash.
Yeah,
I just supposed to.
I love.
I tried the career mode thing.
I even do that.
Talk about. I tried that.
I even do the career mode for it. No, I knew it was gonna be stupid.
I tried that ultimate thing
because it got stupid because
badges never again.
When career mode was with UFC was with THQ. That story like career mode was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like this is whack. Like it's just I don't like it. I don't like how
THQ did wrestling good too.
Like
oh man.
THQ did a lot of which is I was surprised.
I ain't gonna front. When wrestling with the 2K, they kind of made it ass. Like that's the one thing I was like, damn, 2K.
They made the graphics well, but the part where you care about the creative part, like even the things that like the creative aspect.
I will say because I did watch my cousin.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I did watch my cousin create a wrestler on 2K wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of customization that goes into it.
It does.
But then again, It's 2K.
You
like
right.
2K customizations always been the same.
Always.
Like they just put a lot of effort into the depth of their games.
I liked what they did as far as like the gameplay. I didn't like I'm not big on anything that locks me into animations, right? That was one of my biggest pet peeves when it came to 2K. I think it was like
right there.
17 or 18. Like I just felt like, damn, everything I'm doing. I know y'all want to show off this mechanic, but damn, I don't want to be locked into animation every time, and I gotta wait for this shit to end to try to do my next move.
You will hate live.
But I stopped playing live years ago.
You will hate live.
When
they try to bring it back, I was just like,
the year that Jameer Nelson.
Every now and again, I just want to play basketball.
The year that Jameer Nelson was the same height as Andrew Bynum, I knew live. I knew they was fucking up. I'm like, you know what, this ain't the game. Y'all don't care no more. When they did that, I was like, y'all don't care no more.
Yo, do y'all remember the ESPN football game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was that that wasn't 2K?
Was that NFL Game Day?
Like, all I remember was called it was like NFL, ESPN, NFL, something like shit.
No, Game Breaker was different. That was college.
That like in the NFL,
Game Day was pro. Game Breaker was college.
ESPN game that was one of my favorite football games. I don't know why, it was just dope. It was just the way because it had a presentation too.
2K.
Oh, you talk about the NBA 06 NBA of like that.
It was like ESPN football, something like that. It was.
Oh, you talk about okay?
Yeah.
Because I was about to say because I do remember ESPN or I do.
They
remember
had a game.
So I remember a basketball game that was like just called NBA, like NBA 06 or NBA 07. Remember that? Like the shot meter was like around the basketball.
Oh shit, you're right. What game was that?
That was I think it was just called like NBA or something like that.
Because they kept trying for a while.
But I think it was an ESPN game or something.
Right,
the one with T on, right? That's what I'm talking
about.
It's
2K. Oh, so it was called.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I was like, was it called ESPN 2K or was it just ESPN on the difference? But yeah,
no,
so the ESPN, 2K was just my favorite football game, hands down.
That one is when I was.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite game.
That one was insane.
Listen, and I played with the Bills, so that was the year we had Travis Henry, Willis McGrady, Schroeder. All them dudes, man. My squad was dope. And my defense was crazy. Sam Adams, Pat Williams, Takeo Spikes, London Fletcher, Troy Vincent.
Man, I remember Troy
Terrence McGee, all of them. We had a squad.
The other thing I missed is the NFL Street game.
Nate Clemens.
And NBA. EA Bigs, like, because even if they remastered them, I would play it.
EA being EA.
What happened?
The company.
Yeah. It was like,
I'm pretty sure they did.
Because like those, to me, those like they had Def Jam and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think the original Def Jam was part of EA Sports.
Yeah,
Big,
I think two was also EA Games. EA Games. Oh, it was EA.
Because after a while, like EA Games were making like certain games where like that EA Sports Big used to make, because like they weren't really quite EA Sports. But because they were like arcade, they were like arcade games, So like it was more of like under EA Games. So I think Def Jam Fight for New York was EA Games, but I think the original Def Jam Vendetta was EA Sports Big.
I thought the first two was EA Big, and then the third one was when I went to
the third one. You talk about Icon, right?
Icons, yeah.
Icon was definitely different. Icon was EA, but that one was definitely different.
Yeah, because that's what I thought. Because the way that the first two played was like they played the same. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like I thought EA, that's when they did Icon, and that shit was like you said, it was completely different. It was not the same. Like SXX, that bro. Every EA big game, that was my childhood right there.
What I love about Xbox, I can play SSX.
I might have get that then.
That's a fact.
I miss SSX.
I'm not gonna lie. That's why I love Xbox, bro.
Is it still as dope now as it was back then? Does it still feel
nostalgic.
It still feels the same to me.
Okay.
Like
the joy I get from
now,
Mac.
I'm like, bro, I don't know how I was freaking this shit when I was younger, like the way I was. But man, like I played for the memories, man. Like the nostalgia, bro, is there.
Yeah, those should be at tournaments at least. At least one EA big. There should be a tournament, a money pop tournament.
If we could get an EA Sports big game,
like you give them a chance, they'll do it. Like I know, like
I'm telling you, just slide out there. Like one day you'll have NFL Streets. Here we go. We'll have a tournament for that.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it a bone. Like y'all know me. Y'all know me. I run it for anything.
Def Jam.
Like, I don't care. if it's any like, bro, I was running Killer Instinct tournaments when motherfuckers was like, Killer Instinct is still alive. Like yeah. Like, it's online now. It's 4 people watching, but they be online watching. You know what I'm saying?
They be on there.
So and you know what? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. A couple people ask me, There's more than a couple. Let me keep it up. A lot of people have asked me, what's up with Def Jam? Fight for New York specifically. They've asked me about that a lot. And I'm like, if y'all want to run it, let me know. I'll show up. I
haven't played it forever, but shit, I'll do it even if I take an L first round.
Ain't nothing for me to get accustomed to the buttons again.
My copies are stored somewhere, so like, you know.
Listen, I'll be down for that.
I'm telling you, I'm down for it. I'll do it.
And EA, man, EA has so many classes.
So many EA big hits.
And maybe that's the problem too. Like that's why I don't like when studios and stuff like that get acquired, because we like need that. Because you need these studios and stuff to focus on whatever their main thing is. And if we put everything in, a lot of the dope shit gets thrown to the cutting floor now. Because like, well, shit, we ain't got time for that. Come on, boy, you know how much money we just made off Mutt last year? Right. You think we about to make a fight with New York right now? Hell nah. Wait for that. Or like, nah, we not on that no more. That was the past. That's nice. We on this.
And that's why how I feel. They feel like,
right. And I want to keep the Again, these business moves are going to happen. Business transactions happen. You want your shit to grow. I'm not mad at that. I understand that. You're going to a lot of acquisitions happen in business. But I don't like the fact that it looks like it can cause a monopoly, because that's the last thing we need in gaming is monopoly. Like, anyway, I think we just talked about how ass Madden is, and it's only because there's no other official competition that anybody can like legitimately fuck with. We're trying. There's a that Flutie football game, and they tried. Remember, they tried Doug Williams.
Access football. Somebody was trying to make that.
I was hoping the XFL would.
I thought another game like All Pro Football or something like that was supposed to be in the works, and like people were saying like, "Oh, this game's pretty good." Like
I heard about All Pro because they got the real people, the names of the people in it, but they just don't got the team names, right?
I'm be honest, I don't know too much about it. I did see a few plays, and like the gameplay.
A new one.
That was old.
Like, I was an old one, but it was the after 2K6. I mean 2K5.
But there was one that had.
This is All Pro.
I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the one like that came up recently. And they were like, it was in works. Like they were still like it was still in beta when they were showing gameplay.
Okay.
And like people were looking like, oh, this game is looking promising. And then like they kept making updates and upgrades to it, and dropping later.
What's happened lately?
I gotta look it up because it's just been radio silence for All Pro. Like I have to look it up. And yeah, it's just been radio silence.
Well, I'm always big on like competition, obviously, because I do a lot of tournaments and shit like that. But like, I want to make sure that people can always get their value. And I think what it does is we know competition always breeds
excellent,
right? And you're gonna try harder when you know. Like, think about it. EA doesn't have a basketball game. It's because they was bullshitting all these years. They didn't want to change anything. They didn't want to change their formula. They update, and now look what happened. 2K was like, well, fuck it, we'll take that.
I also heard that like there's this how crazy it is too. Like I'm thinking about it now. Like there was a dude that I think that worked at Live who or worked at EA Studios and then went to 2K, worked on 2K games, and then came back over to Live, worked on Live games, and then I guess 2K liked the whole one-on-one defense that Live had. Like you can like you hold L2 and it kind of lock you onto your player, and like so you kind of move with them, playing lateral defense and all that.
Yeah.
And then, so they kind of brought it over, like the dude that worked at Live brought it over to 2K. And, like, so again, like competition breeds excellence.
It does.
Like, and
it makes things better. And it just, again, if I have a certain flavor or a certain style, like, for instance, fighting games. Fighting games, there's so many of them, you don't even know what to jump into sometimes. But like, the fact that if I don't like the way Soul Calibur made their game, I still got Tekken, Dead or Alive, Virtual Fighter, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I don't like what Smash did, I still got Brawler Holla. I won't say Nicktoons because Nicktoons ain't really.
I heard that's trash.
That shit is garbage. I ain't gonna lie to you. I played it.
I thought it was gonna be good. I went on record. I went on record trying to vouch for it.
Well, listen.
The character they had in it. Like,
here's the thing. Like, it's the first iteration of it. I do think if they come back with more, it'll be more polished. But even then, there's supposed to be like a PlayStation All Stars type game coming out pretty soon.
Now, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, because it's supposed to be.
Is it because I remember they were talking about that like there's after PlayStation All Star the first one.
There's a So I know what you talk about. That's the Battle Royale All Stars. That was extremely average, but there is a like a I don't know. I want to say it's WB. I think it's like
I seen that one.
Warner Brothers.
It's free to play here too.
Yeah, like
who's it on? Shaggy.
Yeah,
Shaggy, Batman.
I think we gotta get it right. We got Justin Private, Ultra Instinct Shaggy.
Oh my bad.
Ultra Instinct Shaggy.
They really got that first
They got Ultra Instinct Shaggy.
Ultra Instinct Shaggy. My bad.
That's
let me get it right.
I seen Daffy Duck. I seen Bugs Bunny. Who else they got?
I've seen
it was only like 10 characters or something like that they showed.
Right.
Like,
but they're going to keep adding.
They're going to keep adding characters. So like,
And
I'm already looking forward to like Animaniacs. I'm looking forward to
Green Lantern.
Freakazoid.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward
Freakazoid.
Bro, I'm looking forward to Static Shock.
Static Shock. Put my boy Johnny Bravo in there.
I need to see my nigga Static Shock.
He canceled. Johnny Bravo canceled.
Johnny's not canceled. Right?
Johnny is canceled.
He's not canceled.
He's canceled.
He was misogynistic for his time.
And Johnny too. Right before Pepe Le Pew was Johnny. Johnny could be
Pepe was first, then Johnny.
Oh, so regardless, he got canceled. That's what I said. He got canceled for some
put my boy Johnny in the game.
Because Johnny was doing some unnecessary stuff. Like Pepe was just trying to get the girl. Yeah. Like Johnny was trying to be perv.
Well, look, Johnny got beat up all the time.
Pepe Le Pew was a little too thirsty.
He
thought she was a skunk.
He was get away from me.
Every time she was a regular cat and she didn't have a stripe. He didn't notice her.
Yeah.
She had that shirt. Oh, that's my baby. That's what up, girl. That's how it was.
Like, she was trying to tell me, nigga, I'm not your baby.
But he don't know. He still think you a skunk.
Because makeup made her cute. That's all.
But people forget this episode where she was attacking him, and he was like, nope, I don't want this.
Yeah. How'd you do it?
It's right. The episode she was smelling good.
Yeah. Blame it on him.
Yeah, he was like, no, I don't like this. No.
I'm the aggressor.
Pineapples.
I'm the aggressor.
No.
No, but that game is looking like it's gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man,
and that's what I'm saying with fighting games. I don't have to worry about ever. There's gonna be a monopoly on. I'm not stuck on this particular game. Like with Madden, that's all we have right now. And it's unfortunate because a lot of people just don't play football games now because of that. That normally would at least still be in a genre somehow.
And I hate when people tell me, like, hey, if you don't like Madden, don't buy it. Well, bro,
exactly,
you don't understand. Like, I'm not addicted to Madden.
Right.
Like, this is probably gonna be my last Madden I buy. Keep it a buck. But you can't sit there and tell me if you don't like Madden, don't buy football games. So football is my favorite sport.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I have such an affinity for football. And I'm kind of mad I never played in school or on record, but at the same time, like, I've always been a football fan, I've always had a football mindset, I always loved defense.
Right.
So playing Madden is the closest thing I'm gonna get to being in the NFL or being on a real football. You know what I'm saying?
And it's nothing. Here's the thing: there's nothing wrong with wanting to like the game. Every year we buy it, we want to like Madden.
So bad.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to like it so bad. I keep giving it chances.
There's a new I promise you, it's almost like clockwork. The new hope that people get when Madden drops, it's waned over the years, but there's always like this little bit of like, damn, this might be the year that Madden like get that shit right. Like 2K. Remember 2K was ass for a couple years? And like they said, this year, they figured this shit out.
Maybe we want to buy it. I didn't buy it, of course, because I was trying to get next gen. And
right.
But yeah, I played it. I was like, this is a lot better. I love it.
They got a package that give you current gen and next gen.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
You want that?
But the thing is,
I think it's gonna be a new one.
I think you got to buy it in a certain time frame.
Yeah,
probably, yeah.
Because that's how it was
buy
Madden.
First,
you had to buy
drop.
Madden in a certain time.
You had to buy when it first dropped. I think that's what
upgrade.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I think you had to buy when it first dropped.
Okay. Yeah, that's I'm like so Microsoft. I like the move. I like the fact that they're trying to better the company. And
I think they did it for the exclusives.
Yeah, definitely. And
I hope it don't become
because I mean, aside from Halo,
who cares?
Who really check it? Like who really check for Xbox exclusives?
Yeah, because
and then besides PlayStation exclusives, who's
really
really checking for PlayStation besides their exclusives?
Yeah.
So I can see why. That's why I said from a business standpoint, like if I'm looking at it as a zeitgeist person, that's a smart move on Microsoft's behalf. But
that's a fact.
As a gamer, as a consumer,
I hope not.
It does worry me a little bit that this could start a trend, a bad one.
Right, and that's what I'm saying too. Like that, like you don't know the domino effect,
and all these other companies start getting bought up.
The Vince McMahon.
Now I gotta if I want to play. If I want to play New Splinter Cell, I gotta be on PlayStation or some shit. Like I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Right. Speaking of Splinter Cell, they are working on New Splinter Cell.
Are they?
Yeah, Ubisoft is working on New Splinter
Cell. Tom Clancy got a lot of games.
Tom Clancy.
It's a book. I didn't know a lot of. It took me so a while to be. These are books too. Like these are all books.
Tom Clancy will always be held as a great creative in my mind. It's what Ubisoft is doing with this man's name that's fucking it up.
Dragging.
Like they're dragging this man's name, bro. Ubisoft, cut it out. Stop.
He probably sitting there.
Nobody wants X Defiant. Don't put Tom Clancy's name on S Defiant. My bad. Don't put Tom Clancy's name on S Defiant, bro. We don't want that.
It's probably like 4 people in the world that want it. But They don't really count.
And then they got a Division Battle Royale game coming out, I think.
Come on. Let Division die.
Bro, listen.
Let's stop. Why we give energy to these stupid games?
Because Battle Royale gives a lot of life to a lot of things.
Yeah, but
you know what would be fun? These games coming.
You know what would be dope? I just thought about it too.
What?
A Walking Dead
Battle
Royale game. That actually would be dope.
How?
Having zombies
how would
in
that
it.
be dope?
Because like it'd be like legit.
No, I'm not hating. I'm saying like how would it?
No, I mean, because you have the elements of zombies throughout the whole thing of it.
Okay.
And like you don't just got pistols that won't be just the best deadliest weapon. You got like because if you got use a gun, you're attracting a swarm to you.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So if you use a pistol, boom, boom, boom.
Damn, is there a game?
Now you got mad zombies coming to your direction. Now, but if you use a crossbow, it's silent. Use a sword, it's silent. You use all these other weapons.
But you're saying doing that in like a Battle Royale type mode?
Yeah, you can do that in Battle Royale. I feel like you could if. The fact that a lot of these maps are really huge.
Isn't Escape from Tarkov kind of like that?
I don't know what that is now.
It's another battle royale.
I heard of
it's
it.
kind of like
remember.
PUBG in a way, but I think there's like bot players in there with you, and like you can like kill them and loot off them. It's like it's a whole lot that goes into it. Like some of my coworkers tell me about it. I don't remember all the stuff they're telling me.
It could be.
It's one of those games that's like really popular right now, and
it could be. I gotta look for the gameplay of it. But I know there's definitely one. There's a battle royale game where it's like you gotta hunt monsters too at the same time. I think too. Like so there's similar ones, but I like the different concepts. Like
I just know Walking Dead having that title would do a lot.
They would do a lot.
That too. And in Warzone they had it. I think one of the
areas
Halloween specials I think was like you could die and reincarnate as like a specter or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And like
like Left 4 Dead.
Other players, yeah, like you could when you die and you come back, you can try to kill other players or shit like that. Like
that's like Revenge Bomber or Mega Bomberman.
I know, yeah. I know Warzone had an area where they had the zombies on the maps and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Or was that one of the calls?
I can't tell who did what because I know like the Battle Royale format and how they did things for Fortnite, literally made other games do the same thing.
Yeah.
You wasn't shooting motherfuckers in Call of Duty.
PUBG.
First it was PUBG though.
PUBG was
like,
PUBG was nasty at first. Yeah, I like it.
And then Fortnite took it to like a whole different like
that part.
Kids and everybody's playing it.
Yeah.
Think about it. Call of Duty, you would not be shooting nobody and seeing loot fall out of them if it wasn't for no fucking. That shit was weird for me to see. When I looked at Warzone, I was like, oh shit, did he?
Bullets.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna be the dopest nigga at Warzone because I was like, boy, Battle Royale.
Because I ain't got to build.
I ain't got to worry about building. That's exactly what I was like. Man, I'm about to be nice with this shit. Bro, the best I placed was 12.
Damn.
On the solo. Damn. That's the best place. That's the best I placed was 12.
And I be watching squads online.
And I was damn near hiding the whole time.
I be watching RCB World play. I was like, yeah, I can't play these because I was looking at some of the shit you had to constantly keep doing. Like, yeah, no, I'm not with this. Nope.
I thought it was gonna be so nice in Warzone, bro.
I want to give it a shot. We might be nice with a squad though.
Oh, we might be.
They doing a My
Shit,
Hero
Bobby.
Academia battle royale game.
Word?
Yeah.
How that's gonna work?
I'll show you the video later if I can pick it up.
Boy, that might be it.
It's crazy looking. My Hero Academia, they're doing a battle royale for that. And like I seen the gameplay, I'm like, oh, it looks actually.
It's gonna look like Genshin
But
Impact.
my thing is though, is like I don't understand how to pick characters, or if everybody gets different characters type thing, or every group can pick the same. Like, so I don't know how that's
what
gonna
you're
work.
saying.
Oh, well, cause you don't want it to be like
you want
redundant either, you know.
Yeah, because I know ain't that Avengers game like that? Y'all can't pick the same heroes or something like that. Like if somebody picked the Hawk, like
yeah, I was at most
pick, like Hawkeye.
Most of superhero you gotta pick
Black
somebody
Panther or
else.
something.
Yeah, one person get them. Yeah,
Like it makes sense though. But then again, that's why I like the division because you can have more than one specialization type of team. You ain't gotta.
I wonder how they would like. Would it be the same character with different loadouts you can do? Some kind of stuff like that? Like, I never even knew they was doing in My Hero.
Yeah, we found that out like last week or something like that, before that. And we heard about it, and I was just like, I don't trust it because anytime anytime they got a big title name as like that's not like Fortnite, but I'm like somebody who's already established and trying to make that into a like some type of like whatever the current trend is in the video game, it doesn't work. It's like it just doesn't work.
So real quick before we wrap some of this up, I want to get y'all like opinion real quick. So in your mind, was the Microsoft move good, bad, or are you indifferent about it?
Am I allowed to say both?
Yeah.
Good, bad?
Explain it.
Like everybody says, they have mixed feelings about it, and I definitely have mixed feelings about it too. Because like I said before, competition breeds excellence.
Right.
So when you have two consoles that can fight over this company, and the company only benefit from selling the game on both platforms.
It's a fact.
But then again, it's hard to turn down a $70 million payday. It's hard to turn down, or it's not 70 billion. My bad. $70 billion payday.
I thought it was wild when Mojang sold. Microsoft bought that shit for $2 billion, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Man, I like just before Microsoft did the acquisition, somebody bought Zynga.
Oh yeah.
Take-Two bought Zynga for some crazy billion amount, and then I thought I was like, damn. And then I saw
Zynga's a lot of mobile games, though, right?
Yeah. They're like one of the biggest mobile game app developers.
I've seen Zynga on a lot of shit. Obviously, I got kids.
I think they do a lot of online, like internet.
You found it?
Internet flash player games too.
I want to see.
I was waiting for you to finish your conversation.
Right.
Oh man, this is loud.
Y'all hear that voiceover? Ultra Rumble.
This is like a lot like this is like kind of like Jump Force.
Like what?
This is a little bit like Jump Force.
24 Battle Royale.
Oh.
So that's my thing.
This look fun as hell. I'm about to tell my mans about this. Like, yo, Kizzle.
The fact is,
he love anime, so I already know he gonna go crazy.
This shit about to go wild.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, if it's 24 characters, so we all are forced to choose different characters. Like, how does that get chosen? Like, who gets to choose what? Like, because of course I'm gonna go Deco and All Might first if I can.
Right.
If I, or Todoroki, but other than that,
Shit was so
how
crazy.
do I get to choose?
He's laid out the ice and ran up. Yo, that was wild, bro.
You throw up the ice and run up. That shit, it looks dope. But I'm skeptical because how am I gonna be able to choose?
I was about to say, but one thing I don't do, or one thing I stopped doing was buying me the video game hype.
Yeah,
I gotta stop doing that. I'm currently trying to stop doing it because
it's hard. Because sometimes some games you want, because you know what happens? A game comes out and it looks like what you in your mind have been saying, like, yo, if they just put this, and this, that should make it fire. Then you see something that look like it's about to bring to life what was in your mind, and you get hyped about it.
Yeah.
That's
why I love my
insert every Ubisoft game made since 2010.
Come on, bro. Don't do that.
WWE game.
Insert every Ubisoft game made since 2010.
And I get it. Like it's not always easy to because like you don't want to reinvent the wheel, right? And it's hard a lot of times to innovate year in and year out. Like even then, we were talking about the other day. It was like, yo, maybe some of these games that have a yearly cycle should have a bi-yearly cycle.
That's
every other year.
Better.
And then in between, like it's a lot of updates and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's part of my wish list.
You know what I'm saying?
No, for real. I agree because like you said,
that's part of my wish list.
You put too much pressure on yourself trying to come out with a better game every year.
And like some things just don't change enough within a year to warrant another title.
Yeah.
You know what
technology don't always move as fast as you think that fast. So
like right. So
sometimes your game just optimized as best as it could be.
Like UFC, they should have kept that UFC 3. UFC 4 is trash.
4 is garbage. I played like
clunky,
one UFC game.
It's disgusting. Like
I didn't like it.
Not as smooth. They made it much more difficult to do.
I'll say I'd much rather play Fight Night than UFC 4.
Yeah. Oh, I would definitely play Fight Night before UFC 4.
That's another reason why I love my Xbox. I got Fight Night Champion.
I would say, I would say too. I was like the Fight Night round 2. I love that game. Champion, it wasn't as good to me as Fight 2, but I'd rather play that than UFC 4. I would definitely play it. I could play that shit for hours.
I'll go on record and say I think Fight Night Champion is the best boxing game ever created.
The story in that was great. I love that. That was beautiful.
Bro, that was the first EA game I ever heard somebody say, "Not that crackle on his ass." I was like,
they were swearing like a motherfucker in that too.
Bro, man, listen.
I remember that because he was talking hell. That was the first time I think it was M.
You know how you get knockout phase and all that, right? So you go to popping and knockout phase happen.
Right.
You will hear your coach yelling, "Knock that motherfucker out!" I was like, "Yo, this game is great.
My only thing
this is goated gameplay. Like I love this.
My only thing what they did with Fight Night is when they round 2 when you were able to fix the cuts like yourself. That's why I wish if they would have add that to Champions, that'd have been the best to me. But the fact that you could do the swelling, focus on the swelling, focus on that. That was the thing that I liked the most about it. And like that was the only thing.
That was one of my favorite things about Fight Night round 3 was you could mainly.
That's what it was 3. It's 3 then Champion. That's what it was. Fight Night round 3.
But they also had 4 though. 4 was I think one of the ones you had to choose what you wanted to recover.
I thought 4 was
it was weird. No, so there's Fight Night round 4, and then Fight Night round 4 is not really. I don't know. It's got mixed reviews because it was kind of cartoony and all that. But that was the one where it was like styles make fights, and that was like the one where they put the Ali and Tyson on the cover, and that was like their thing was like height matters. Okay, I remember that. Your fighting style matters. Like, and then Champion, that's where they really hit home with it. Like, however your boxer fights, you have to fight like that dude, or else you gonna go back to that corner and your nigga's not gonna recover well. Yeah, that's like true. That's how it is. Like, so if you got an outside fighter, you really have to fight like an outside fighter. Yeah. Or if you don't, you try to be inside throwing hooks and uppercuts and fighting like you Tyson, you got Ali. You only gonna recover like 2% of stamina.
Word?
Yeah. I had found that out.
Your stamina goes by fast.
If I play with Winky, like one of my favorite fighters to play with is Winky Wright.
Mine is too. No, that's one of my favorite boxers besides Ali.
Literally because he has the best blocking in his weight class, and his jab is the strongest in his weight class. Okay. So that's one of my favorite punches. Jab straight. Shell up. Jab straight. But like. With his fight style is conventional, right? Okay. So which means, you depend a lot on your blocking and set up shit with the jab a lot. Conventional shit. If you don't fight like that, like you're only gonna recover like 5% stamina. So you're gonna be tired like halfway through the fight. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what I loved about Fight Night Champions. Like the styles really did make the fights. Like
I love because I grew up watching boxing. My dad was a boxer. His mom's great uncle was a boxer in the Olympics when he was in the military. I love boxing. So like when Winky Wright, that's one of the fighters when I grew up and like my era was boxing. Winky Wright, Jermaine Taylor, Arturo Gaddy's another one. So
rest in peace to Arturo Gaddy. Rest in peace.
But my favorite boxer would go Ali, Arturo Gaddy, and then maybe Winky Jermaine. And those there. Mike Tyson was never in my top 5, but as it was, I didn't like him. He just wasn't my style. Yeah, like
I feel you on that. Yeah, like me personally, I like defensive fighters. So like Pernell Whitaker is one of my top 5. Floyd Mayweather's in my top 5. Lomachenko is in my top 5. Who else is like a really defensive fighter? I won't say Roy Jones for his defense, but Roy Jones for his speed. Like, scientifically,
his combinations was crazy.
Scientifically, if you in any weight class, I think he's beating anybody. Yeah. Like you put him in any weight class,
he was a smart fighter.
He could win against anyone.
He was like fast. He had the power, and like he was. Roy Jones was one of the best.
Bro, like he had the hand speed to counter you off any punch.
Sugar Ray.
He had the foot speed to get out of any range. He had the head movement to. Let me stop talking about Roy, man.
Jack Johnson.
They said Jack was just knocking him off.
Jack Johnson was like Mike Tyson before Mike Tyson.
Speaking of knockout artists, what's that dude name? Julian Jackson, I think his name is. He got the highest knockout percentage, and he's a middleweight. Got the highest knockout percenage of any boxer in history. What? Damn. Yeah, it's like 96 or 98%.
God damn.
Yeah, scary. Like this dude knocked out damn near everybody. I think his name is Julian Jackson, bro. You gotta look him up on YouTube,
scary.
Bro.
Have you been seeing Ali's grandson?
He was scary. I have not seen him.
He's really good.
I gotta watch.
He's really good
because I love I love that lineage stuff.
Yeah, he's really good. And there's a Dominican fighter who looks like Ali. I don't know if you know who Yo Romero is from the MMA. Yeah, he looks like him, but like a little like just with the Ali haircut, and he wears like his Ali gear. Okay, and he's really good too. I think he's a light. I think he's feather or.
There was one boxer I really had my eye on, man, and I'm kind of disappointed. I haven't seen too much of him lately, but I think his name is Nikolai Abibi.
I do know that. I do know
White
BB.
chocolate.
Yeah.
Bro, that nigga knockout power is insane. Like, his knockout power is dumb.
Yeah, I remember that name because that name was dope.
He got to tighten up them hooks a little bit, but you know what I mean? He knocking these out, though. One of them shits connect.
How old is he? Like, did he just
he's not. But that's the thing. I don't know. I haven't heard of anything. But I went on his YouTube like a couple months ago, and like this motherfucker was uploading his amateur shit. So I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
showing the ground.
Showing what it was.
Yeah, showing the ground.
How y'all feel about old boy, Deontay Wilder?
I feel like if
you think it's a rap for him?
I don't think it's a rap for him.
No, it's not. So? I think he wants to just be a father now. He don't really care because he said he did everything we set out to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so Deontay Wilder, like, I'm a huge fan of Deontay Wilder. Like, you know, knockout artist, great fighter. But like, I just couldn't get with the Wilder part. Like, when you in the ring and you throwing windmill punches, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like you throw all your training out the window.
I feel like he could have beat the Tyson, but he also broke his hand in that fight. So it's like he's fighting him like because he was tagging him. He dropped him. So it's like he just broke his hand. You can't fight with one hand. You can't be. It's hard to win a boxing match with one hand.
Like, you can do it.
You can do it, but it's extremely hard. Like, but again, like you said, like if he focused on his like technical side and throw the jab and throw the, he would have been nasty. But he even said it. He said, "I ain't have that. I didn't have those technical skills. I was like, and then he's like, I never had them.
He don't have those.
I had power. I knew what I was good at, so that's what he helped me do. But if he was able to learn those, he would have been disgusting.
I just remember we never got to that 922.
Somebody door. That's Willis. That's definitely Willis. The way he knocks. He knocks like an African American male. Thought so.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know. We already know what it was. Hey, what up, T?
I smell the smells of spices and marijuana.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of marijuana,
Mary Jane.
But yeah, I just remember, man, we never got to Madden 22 wish list.
Well, we're gonna get to let's get to that now. Real quick. So, Jelani, real quick, the Microsoft move. You like it or no?
I'm impartial. I want to see what was done with it first. I feel like in my gut, I don't think they're going to do the exclusives.
Okay.
I don't feel like that's going to happen.
No.
But I just feel like they're trying to do something. I don't know. But I'm waiting to see. I can't just.
You say wait and see. You're not yay or nay.
That's kind of how I am too. I'm just like, man, I just need to see how this play out. Now,
well, I pick sides.
I just gotta say, like,
I don't like it.
My what if is, what if they try to make Call of Duty exclusive? Xbox. That's my what if. They try to make Call of Duty exclusive. I know it's not going to happen. There's no way that can happen.
That's what I was saying because the money.
Ain't no way.
Like,
but what if they tried it? Like, just what if they tried it?
It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't.
But what if they tried?
If they tried, honestly, it'd be like so much backlash, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Insane, if a lot of these PlayStation they turn those into Xbox exclusive, you get so much backlash.
I think there's gonna be some games. I think there's gonna be some games that like they're not gonna they wouldn't get as much backlash. Some of this stuff, I think, some of these things when they do these things are trial and error too, though. What can we get away with? What can we get away with doing? What can we get away? Okay, damn, the public ain't like that. Let's resend that.
Oh, the public ain't like a half-baked release game.
Or they look at it like, damn, nobody really said nothing about it. Hey, let's try it with this one next. So it's a lot of that kind of stuff that happens too. So me personally, I don't like the move. I'm against monopolies. I'm against
be creative, people.
Everybody, being under one umbrella and stuff like that. Come on, I own an arcade, AGN, like the brand and all that. I still don't want to be the only one in Rochester that's doing video games and stuff like that because why? The competition that people get excited. Like think about it, Buffalo, Syracuse, and Rochester. Like it's a big thing with us when we have our tournaments. When we beat Buffalo players, when we beat Buffalo Syracuse players, it's a big deal.
I love that. I love that little
going to their home,
beating
at their home.
Like
when you go to a Buffalo tournament and win a Buffalo tournament, you be like, yeah, I beat you bum ass motherfucker.
Be like you flex on like you dunked on somebody. Like.
Right. So
looking like Shaq.
now, mind you, I've always said this. Like, I want everybody to eat. I just want a really big piece of the pie. Yeah, and that's how I feel about as far as like a game is nostalgia and stuff like that.
And then you always got to feed yourself.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And so I don't want to be like the point where like it's AGN and nothing else and nobody else. Like to me, and on top of that wouldn't keep our team on our toes.
And it's unfortunate that there's so many people like that here, bro. I'm not gonna say no names.
I don't want nobody to eat. You know, but we ain't gonna get to that. But
so you know who you are.
At the end of the day, I don't like the move. I want them, and I want people to be able to remain their individual selves. Mm-hmm. And sometimes once you get acquired by other people, the flavor that you brought, you have to dumb it down. You have to water it down. So I don't want to see any of these particular people who like if they got a different flavor. Like it's like if we got bought out by Ubisoft, like AGN got bought out by Ubisoft, and now we can't have a podcast like this because we're too radical, we're too whatever. Guys, you can't say it that way, and you have to. I don't want that to be a thing. So I'm always wary of that, and I'm always paying attention. Like when big companies buy companies, how does that change how these games move, how they're made, how they're developed, and how we are able to consume them as consumers. So that's my thing with that. Listen, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the Madden wish list. All right, y'all. Stay tight. What'd you say? Keep it tight? That was your name?
Keep it tight.
Keep it tight.